Howdy, folks. It's that cat guy here again. Uh, read Harrow County. It's okay. Um, let's see why. I'm going to say it's solid. It was okay. It was not a great book. It was a good book. Was not exceedingly frightening, but the art was quite nice. It's a pretty basic story. This is just part one of the series. I picked up the first one to see if it grabbed me enough. I don't know if I'm going to pick up the rest. I'll have to talk to the gentleman that recommended this book to me to see what he says. And it is a witch story, and it's your typical witch story. It's out in the woodsy area. Girl comes of age. She finds out she is the heir to a witch power of sorts, and she becomes the witch. It's kind of it in a whatever, a walnut shell. We'll call it a walnut shell. That's not it, but we'll call it that. This panel, I mean, the artwork is nice because you have like these burning skeletons here, but they're not burning. I mean, they're on fire, but the art is designed to give it a glow. Like the fire's just, rather than a Ghost Rider where the flames are just bursting out of his head, this is just, they're coming to find her. And there's skinwalkers and stuff like that in it. I mean, it's got a spookiness to it. Definitely spooky. Definitely eerie. She finds like skin, human skin. She saves it. She later finds the guy walking around with no skin. That was a little weird. But, Archie, did you want to read the book next? Come on in. No, there he goes. Okay. He was sniffing at the book just out of camera. Anyway, so different types of creatures that were good. I mean, it had some, like, that's a nice creepy scene with the snake going in his ear. And it ends that she owns the world or whatever. It's actually started with her reviving this calf down here. It died in stillbirth. And that was all because the power of hers was coming. Like I said, it's not an unusual story for this sort of tale. Nothing really special in here. It was very well written, and the art is really clean. This was a sample page they sent out to sell the book. This is a great one here, just because she's walking into a comic book store. And it's New Comic Wednesday or something. It's a little, the idea is it was a comic book store promotion art to sell the book. I liked it. I've not seen a lot of that done where they send them a little page to read and get a feel for the thing. Okay, so that's kind of the book. I mean, as far as stories go, it's an origin of a witch who is basically, she was born with the power of the witch and it came of age. Sabrina's the same story right now. Anyways, I picked this book up because I was on a live with Jason, and I will have to ask this guy because it was one show with Jason and a gentleman named Froster, and I forget if that was the show that other people were on. I know it was me, Jason, Froster, and Tiger. No, she was there. She went crazy that one night. I don't know. She's a weirdo. It was me, Jason, Froster, and Demonic Pretty. And we got into talking comics. Demonic Pretty raved about Berserk, which I think is really good so far. I've only read two. I did delve into that series. And he just kept going on and on about a lot of horror books, but Harrow County was one I had to get. So if I get it, and I knew the name Cullen Bunn, he wrote it. He's also did a whole bunch of Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, Deadpool kills the literary universe, Deadpool kills the universe again. Did a lot of Deadpool side stuff that was actually really good. The Deadpool kills the universe. That's actually really, really fun, really smart book. The literary universe and everything. What happens in that, which we're not discussing here, which kind of discuss, but I will discuss it. He wrote it. The idea is Deadpool is he's a character that knows he's a comic book character. If you've seen the movie, you know that he knows he's in a movie. And in the comic book, he knows he's in a comic book. And he decides he's done. He doesn't want to be, and he keeps coming back. And the reason he can keep coming back is because he's popular and people want him to come back. He realizes that. So in it, he goes and he kills all the other characters until he finally kills off all of Marvel, and he's still around. And so he wants to kill, he goes and kills the creators, and he's still around. It kind of ends with that. Marvel kills the literary universe. He decides if he can kill literature, then there won't be any more books, and maybe he can finally die. And he's going and killing, Tom Swift and Huck, all that stuff. And it's fun. It's a good, neat, fourth wall breaking character story. And they also wrote Sixth Gun, which I've never read, but I knew of it, and I knew the guy was a good writer. And so his roster recommended this, but I kind of remember him recommending it because we were talking about books like Faust, and Faust is gory. And he said this was really gory, really scary, really creepy. If I remember right, I'll have to talk to him again. I don't know. Next time he pops in a Jason Live or something. I've only seen the guy twice. I liked him, but only seen him. Anyways, he said it's not really scary. It's a pretty tame book for me, and the gore was. I mean, the guy had his skin off, so he's walking around with muscle and blood and veins showing, but it wasn't that gory. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I watched or read or seen too much really hardcore stuff. He seemed to be, because he was into Faust. That is hardcore stuff. So, I mean, and it was, I don't know. I'm going to ask him when I talk to him. I want to find out if the rest of the series really picks up a lot. Because as an intro to the character, I was not overly impressed. Not enough to pick up the second issue. Because there's other stuff I have to read. Always. Every once in a while I get something, I'm going to be buying it every issue. Like Deadly Class, Lumberjanes. Those are about the only two that I've actually subscribed to the trades. When they come out, I want it. So I'll talk to him. There's a lot of, I would rather go back and read the rest of Chew right now. Read more Berserk. Read the Deadly Class that just came out, or go back to the years like 2005 Batman stuff. I love that. I've read about some of that, or talked about some of that a few times. That's some good Batman for me. I got a Batgirl in my car to read. It's the Stephanie Brown as Batgirl series. So that'll be up here someday. I'm looking forward to that one. This, I could take it or leave it. But, I talk to people. They recommend stuff. I'm not going to say, oh, that's, I'll watch it or read it or whatever. I think that's only fair. Okay. If you have an idea you want to see me ramble on incoherently about, let me know, and I'll look into the book. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.